Good morning. I am privileged to welcome you to Glenville State University's 2026 Spring Commencement Ceremony. As we prepare to honor our graduates, I ask that you take a moment to silence your cell phones, tablets, and other devices. Thank you. Now I ask you to stand for the procession.
Good morning, graduates, families, friends, and guests. I ask that you remain standing as the Glenville State University Choir, under the direction of Sarah Nail, perform our national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. You may be seated. The music for our processional this morning was performed by the Glenville State University Concert Choir under the direction of Dr. Lloyd Bode. Please join me in expressing appreciation to our talented musicians, vocalists, and their directors. As Chief Faculty Marshal, I am pleased to convene the Glenville State University Spring 2026 Commencement. I especially welcome the graduates. I want to now introduce the Provost at Glenville State University, Dr. Mary Clements.
Thank you, Dr. Heister. Welcome, Spring 2026 graduates, families, and friends. Those on stage and in the audience have come today to celebrate an achievement that took time, energy, perseverance, and deliberate resourcefulness. We all congratulate you. Now, I am honored to introduce members of our platform party who have come to recognize your achievement. I invite them to please stand when their names are called and to remain standing. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. Members of the Board of Governors, Ms. Alex Leigh King, Vice Chair, Dr. Kathy Butler, Mr. Skip Hackworth, Mr. Bob Marshall, Mr. Rick Simon, Staff Representative and MBA graduate, Ms. Leslie Mason, SGA President and Student Representative to the Board, Ms. Graylin Floyd. Today's keynote speaker, West Virginia Senator Ben Queen. Chief Faculty Marshal, Dr. Dwight Heister. Member of the GSU Alumni Council, Mr. Tim Moore. Members of the GSU Administration, Vice President of Enrollment and Student Affairs, Mr. Dwayne Chapman. Vice President for Advancement, Mr. David Hutchison. Executive Director of Operations, Mr. Tom Ratliff. Associate Professor of Music and the Reader of Graduates' Names, Dr. Jason Barr. Chief Student Marshal, Ms. Riley Lothar. And Glenville State University's 26th President, Dr. Mark A. Manchin. Please join me in showing appreciation. Platform party, you may be seated. I would like an opportunity now to recognize our outstanding faculty and staff. Would all faculty, staff, and emeriti faculty in attendance please stand. These individuals are truly the backbone of this institution and embody the pioneer spirit by frequently going above and beyond to help our students and the overall campus community. To the Glenville State University faculty and staff, we thank you. We also recognize other guests joining us today. Special friends of the university, Mrs. Sue Morris, Glenville's mayor and our own faculty member, Dr. Mark Sarver, and accepting today's posthumous honorary bachelor's degree in memory of Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom is her mother, Evelia Beckstrom. Special thanks also to Enos Fox-Schoffer, our sign language interpreter for today. I now call to the podium my colleague, Dr. Manchin.
Today's speaker is a native of Harrison County, West Virginia, and is a member of the West Virginia State Senate. Senator Queen represents the 12th District, which includes Harrison, Lewis, Gilmer, Calhoun, and Taylor counties, and is a member of the Senate leadership focused on creating opportunity and growing jobs across our state. He previously served 6 years in the West Virginia House of Delegates, and today plays a key role in shaping West Virginia's future through his work in the state Senate. Outside the legislature, he is an entrepreneur, marketing consultant, and sports photographer whose work has been featured on outlets including USA Today and ESPN. He studied business management at West Virginia University and lives in Bridgeport with his wife, Meredith, and their son, Arthur. Ben considers his proudest accomplishments to be Meredith's husband and Arthur's dad. Please give a rousing welcome to Senator Ben Queen, who will give our commencement speech here today. Senator Queen.
Thanks, Dr. Manchin. Thanks for the invitation to be here. Good morning, everyone, and congratulations to the Glenville State University class of 2026. When I first started working on this speech, I decided, what the heck? I texted a group chat of 20 of my college friends that somehow has stayed active for over a decade, mostly about golf, since graduation. I asked them, what do you actually remember from your college commencement speech? The silence was deafening. One friend told me he didn't remember a single word because he was too busy celebrating and trying to keep his hat on his head. Another remembered one dramatic quote that he's 90% sure the speaker stole from a Batman movie. But one friend actually sent me something that might be useful. He said, if you're the smartest person in the room, find a different room. Those messages immediately took the pressure off me today. I know that none of you are going to memorize the transcript of this speech, but if you walk out of here today holding one or two ideas that help you build a life, not just a resume, then we've both done our jobs. Let me say it's an honor to be here at Glenville State University. This institution means so much to West Virginia and to so many families across our state. Today is a celebration not only for the graduates, but for the parents, grandparents, spouses, professors, mentors, and friends who helped you get here. None of us arrive at moments like this alone. First, let's be honest about who's in the room today. Some of you have your lives entirely color-coded and mapped out. You know the job, the city, the spouse, and the exact number of golden retrievers you'll own by 2030. Then there's the rest of you who are currently just trying to figure out where dinner is tonight, and so that you don't have a 2-hour wait. Both of you are going to be fine. Life has an incredible and hilarious way of taking your 5-year plan and throwing it out the window. My advice for when that happens: ask questions, knock on doors, stay curious, take the meeting, speak advice, have conversations with people who see the world completely differently than you do. Curiosity is a superpower in a world full of people who are waiting their turn to talk. As you are seeking and learning, make sure you value each and every conversation. I know how much one conversation can change a life because I am living that changed life. Years ago, my father ran for the exact same Senate seat that I hold today. He lost. At that time, it was a disappointment, but if he had won, I guess I would not be standing here today. His closed door became an open window for me. Even crazier, I met my wife, Meredith, because of a political argument. On election night in 2020, Meredith heard her roommate say she wasn't going to vote for me because of a specific issue. Instead of nodding along and unfriending me, Meredith, who I really had only met in passing, decided to message me and ask, "Hey, is this actually what you believe?" That one message, that one moment of choosing a question over an assumption led to a conversation, then a marriage, and now our son Arthur. One question changed the map of my entire life. We have thousands of different opinions in this room today. Politics, faith, career, whether pineapple belongs on pizza, and whether pepperoni rolls are better with sticks or slices. And that's okay. We don't have to agree on everything to build something together. Relationships matter more than winning every argument. I'm still trying to learn that in my household. Some of the best lessons and opportunities in your life come from people who will challenge your perspective. That's something public service has taught me over and over again. If you don't take the time to understand people's perspectives, you'll never fully understand the problems that you're trying to solve. You cannot truly help foster care children if you never take the time to understand what it feels like to have everything you own sitting in a single trash bag. You cannot improve agencies or systems if you never listen to the people who are doing the work each and every day. And if you do not even prepare to ask the questions, you'll never get the answers that will change anything. Ask questions, listen well, stay curious about people. As I stand here thinking about my wife and son, I'm reminded how the best things in your life will happen before you feel ready for them. When I was first serving in the Senate, I thought I had it all figured out. Then life decided to remind me that I wasn't in charge. My pregnant wife was rushed to the hospital 7 weeks early. At midnight, I was chasing an ambulance towards the children's hospital. My planned schedule for the next day, meetings, speech, the votes, suddenly nothing mattered. The first diaper I ever changed was on a 4-pound baby in a plastic box in the NICU. I guess I should properly call that an incubator. And I was terrified. Most days, I'm still trying to be the best dad I know how to be. Some of the moments that shape your life will never appear on your calendar. But if you wait until you're perfectly prepared to take the risk, to start a business, to chase a dream, or to start a family, you'll be waiting forever. Go now and start it anyway. And as you go out, start building your lives and careers, you must push yourselves. Work harder than the person ahead of you. Work harder than the person beside you. behind you, but remember to never let the purpose of a paycheck be the goal. Financial success is great, but personal significance, I think, is a little better. I learned this from an 8th grade teacher. I was just a kid with a camera, and she told me to keep going. She didn't have to say it. To her, it was a small comment, but to me, it was permission to believe in myself. One person believing in me helped me turn a hobby into a professional sports photography career. Never underestimate the power of encouraging someone. You may be speaking into a future that you can't even see yet. Finally, and you should consider this probably the most controversial thing I have to share today, there is nothing wrong with leaving West Virginia to chase a dream or see the world. Go, explore, learn, grow, succeed, fail. But wherever you go, never lose connection to this place. West Virginia doesn't always believe in itself enough, but we produce some of the best people: nurses, builders, teachers, entrepreneurs, and leaders. Your generation has the chance to redefine what is possible in these hills. Do not let anyone convince you that greatness only happens somewhere else. Greatness is built by people who care enough to stay curious and work together. So, class of 2026, ask the questions, knock on doors, admit when you're lost, stay curious about people, and go build something. Build a career, yes, but also build a community. Build a business, but also build a family. Build a life that means something. And whatever you build, make sure you're not standing in that room alone. And make sure you're not the smartest person in that room. Congratulations. Go build something.
Thank you, Senator Quinn. As always, you did an outstanding job. One of our many traditions is to recognize outstanding individuals whose dedication, contributions have improved our university and our community. The Presidential Citation is the highest award we present and is only bestowed upon exceptional individuals worthy of this honor. The citation recipient's name is added to a permanent plaque which is hung in Heflin Administration Building, and their name is listed in our catalog. This award is about setting an example. Albert Schweitzer said it best: example is not the main thing in life, it is the only thing. You serve as an example to our graduates, faculty, staff, students, and our community. In recognition of your service and dedication to our university and community, it is my honor to present Senator Ben Queen with this presidential citation. Will you stand to be recognized?
Today, we pause to honor a life of courage, service, and promise, one that was taken too soon, yet continues to inspire us. The university is deeply honored to present a posthumous honorary Bachelor of Science degree in recognition of the extraordinary service, dedication, and sacrifice. This degree is awarded in memory of Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom, a proud daughter of Webster Springs, West Virginia. Specialist Beckstrom was a military police officer with the 863rd Military Police Company based in Glenville. A 2023 honors graduate of Webster County High School and dual enrollment, dual credit student, she also demonstrated an early commitment to higher education. She embodied the values we strive to instill in all our students: integrity, perseverance, and a commitment to something greater than oneself. In 2025, she answered the call to serve her nation through Operation DC Safe and Beautiful, while carrying out her duties on patrol in Washington, D.C., just one day before Thanksgiving. Specialist Beckstrom was tragically killed in an ambush-style attack. Her bravery and selflessness in that moment reflect the very highest ideals of service and sacrifice. Though her time with us was brief, her impact is lasting. She represents the very best of our community, strong, compassionate, and devoted to protecting others. Today, we also recognize the enduring strength and love of her family. We are honored to have with us her mother, Evelia Beckstrom, who instilled in Sarah the values that guided her life and service. President Manchin, by the authority vested in you by the Board of Governors in the state of West Virginia, I respectfully request that you confer upon Army Specialist Sarah Beckstrom posthumously the Honorary Bachelor of Science degree. Please accept this with our deepest gratitude, respect, and remembrance.
Specialist Beckstrom's service will never be forgotten, and her legacy will forever remain part of this university. In keeping with tradition, we present the Faculty Award of Excellence at Commencement. This annual award recognizes a faculty member who has demonstrated a deep commitment to student learning. This year's recipient has been selected on testimonies of students and colleagues who benefit from the recipient's dedication to our fine institution. One student said of this person, has been a great professor and has always been understanding and a great help when needed. We could laugh with the professor, which created a great environment for learning and makes people want to show up. Overall, a wonderful teacher that wants success for all students. Another student said of this person, an amazing professor and so caring and kind. This professor has always and was always ready to answer our questions and offer their help. A colleague said that this person is a dedicated teacher serving students online, on campus, and in the correctional facilities. The fondness and respect that students express for this professor testifies to the effectiveness of this professor's teaching. This professor's scholarship has been published by top journals and has presented high level of conferences within our field of study. I am pleased to announce I just learned who it was. Will Dr. Skylar Chapman please rise? Glenville State students connect with the institution upon enrollment. The connection is strengthened as they move through the curriculum and secured upon a graduation. Our graduates will always be connected to Glenville State. To recognize a lifelong relationship and to celebrate our alumni's achievements, the class of 1976 joins us today. Glenville State and the world were a little different 50 years ago when they and me received our degrees. Let me take you back a few years. I want everybody to listen. You young people, 50 years from now, you'll look like them. Which is good. The class of 1976, and go down memory lane with me for just a minute. The class of 1976 may recall that D. Banks Wilburn was president here at Glenville State. Two legendary Glenville professors, Dr. S.B. Miller and Dr. Byron Turner, both announced they would retire at the conclusion of the 1976 academic year. Glenville State's powerhouse forensics team traveled to California to compete in the National Forensics Association individual events final and placed an impressive 7th out of 128. A tuition increase was announced, and in-state tuition went from $137 to $148. A little more today. GSC at the time earned its first national sports title with Tom Newberry, Sam Farrell, Dave Twyman, Mark Smith, and Michael Hickman when they won the 1976 NAIA National Bowling Championship. How do you like that? The Pioneerettes, GSC women's basketball team, completed their second official season, following the passage of Title IX legislation that paved the way for women's sports. Jimmy Carter was elected the 39th President of the United States. For fun, they might have watched Happy Days on TV, Laverne and Shirley, maybe MASH on television. Or maybe they went and saw the movies like Rocky and A Star is Born. On the radio, the class of 1976 might have listened to hits like A Silly Love Song, Don't Go Breaking My Heart, The Bohemian Rhapsody, and Fly, Robin, Fly. And while all of these things were going on, the men and women in the gold robes, seated in the front row, were students here at Glenville State University, at the time Glenville State College. The individual we honor today remain loyal to this institution. They support us with their gifts and service. Today I present each of them a medallion signifying their fidelity to Glenville State then and now and in the future. I invite the members of the class of 1976 to come forward to receive their medallions. So will you all come forward, please, now. Give them one more round of applause.
Shara Robinson Arison. Arison. Arthur Osbury. Professor Emerita, Dr. Kathy Poling Butler. Bernie Buttry. Barbara Stemple Harris. Brenda Carol Hillary. Gregory James. Larry Jones. Brenda Barton McCartney. Stella Scott Moon. Arthur Danny Williams. Janet Irwin Wilson. Woodrow Woody Wilson. John Wolfe.
Let's give one more hand to the 50. I kind of feel a little special today myself. Be with you all. Thank you. The Student Pioneer of the Year Award is presented to a student who, by virtue of personal determination, creative thinking, and intellectual rigor, is distinguished among peers and who has set a high standard of achievement for the entire university and community. This year we had several excellent candidates, but only one was selected. That individual is Miss Sandra Kreitz. Sandra, get up here.
It is truly an honor to be named Pioneer of the Year. I know there are so many people here today who are equally deserving of this recognition, and I'm incredibly grateful to stand before you today. Over the past 4 years at Glenville State University, I've had opportunities, experiences, and challenges that shaped me into the leader and person I am becoming. I want to thank everyone who is here celebrating with us. Without you guys, this day wouldn't be possible. A piece of advice my mom once gave me that has stayed with me ever since I heard it is that all the little things you think no one notices add up to make a big difference. At first, it sounded simple, but the older I got, the more I realized how true it is. So many times we think the small things don't matter. Showing up on time, helping someone when no one's watching, staying disciplined when it would be easier to quit, and even put an effort into something when there is no reward attached to it. We convince ourselves that nobody notices these things, but they do matter. In fact, those little moments often say the most about who we are as a person. And the truth is, the reason those things get recognized is because we aren't doing them for recognition. We do them because they reflect our character. Your work ethic, your consistency, and the way you carry yourself when nobody is watching, those are the things that build your future. So as we leave here and step into the next chapter of our lives, I hope we all remember that. Always give your best effort, even when the task seems small or insignificant, because every action adds up. Someone is always learning from your example, forming opinions about your character, and seeing the kind of person you choose to be. Glenville State University has given us the tools to succeed. It gave us knowledge, experiences, friendships, and memories that we will carry with us forever. Now it's up to us to take those pieces and build something meaningful with them. To make this university proud, to make our families proud, but most importantly, to make ourselves proud. Before anyone else can believe in you, you have to believe in yourself. And look at all of you here today. At some point, you chose to believe that you were capable of more. You kept going through the long nights, the stress, the self-doubt, and the moments where giving up felt easier than continuing. And now you're graduating with that degree. That is something to be proud of. So take a moment and truly let that sink in, because your hard work mattered and you earned this. But none of us got here alone. So take a second and look around this room. Sitting beside us are the people who support us every step of the way. Our friends, our family, our professors, coaches, mentors, and our loved ones. Their encouragement carried us through the moments when we didn't think we could keep going. Without that support, who would we really be today? Where would we be today? I know I wouldn't be the person that I have became, and I wouldn't be here without the support I have gotten. Support can look different for everyone. Sometimes it's a parent answering your late night phone calls when life feels overwhelming. Sometimes it's a professor giving you grace during a difficult week. Sometimes it's a friend reminding you to keep going and not to quit. And sometimes support comes from someone who simply just believes in you before you knew how to believe in yourself. I want to share a story about a little girl who didn't always have that support. She grew up doubting herself because the people around her didn't encourage her to dream bigger or that she could succeed. But one day, her 5th grade teacher noticed this. She saw what others had often overlooked. She made sure that girl felt seen, valued, and capable. She reminded her that her circumstances does not define her future. That little girl eventually grew up and decided she wanted to become a teacher herself because she understood how life-changing it can be when one person chooses to care. One person can make all the difference. One person can change the direction of somebody's life simply by just believing in them. So, as we celebrate here today, I want you to pay it forward. Carry forward the kindness, the encouragement, and support that helped you reach this moment. Be the person that lifts others up. Be the person who notices when somebody needs that support and you notice them struggling. Remind them of their potential. Be the reason that somebody keeps going. And finally, the biggest thing is to say thank you. Thank you to the people who stood by your side, encouraged you, sacrificed for you, and even believed in you when you struggled to believe in yourself. Because while this achievement belongs to us, it was made possible by the people who walked beside us along the way. Congratulations, class of 2026. We made it.
Give you a little background on Sandra. By the way, that was excellent. Thank you for those words of wisdom. Our 2026 Pioneer of the Year, Sandra Kreitz, is an elementary education K-6 and social studies 5-9 major, and is completing her residency 2 semester. She is currently serving as a clinical teacher of record in 4th grade at Flatwoods Elementary School, while GSU, Sandra was an officer in student organizations, including president of both the Student Reading Interest Group and the Early Education Student Group. Sandra continued as an active member of these groups even while completing her year-long residency. She also led fundraising events to support professional development for group members. Sandra is a student member of the West Virginia Reading Association, the West Virginia Association for Education of Young Children, and the Southern Early Childhood Association. She has attended many education conferences and was a student group presenter at the 2025 Southern Early Childhood Association Conference and presented a workshop on literacy and social and emotional development. Sandra served as student worker in the education department. She was also very instrumental in the setup and organizations of the curriculum resource room located in Clark Hall. I am proud to present to Sandra with this 2026 Student Pioneer Year Award. So, with that said, Sandra, great job, and now something really meaningful for what she's accomplished, a check for some money.
I guess I would use this money for my new classroom. I'm going to be teaching at a school in Clarksburg, teaching 5th through 7th grade ELA and social studies.
All right. Yeah, let's get a picture. Right here, right here. Okay. Right here, we'll get a picture of this.
Thank you so much, Sandra, not only for that lovely speech, but for all that you've done while you're here at GSU. But folks, now we arrive at the highlight and the reason for this ceremony. The Academic Affairs Office is responsible for the academic quality of the programs and courses here at Glenville State University. I now invite all degree candidates to please stand. Members of the Board of Governors, President Mansion, faculty, and guests, I am privileged to present to you the Glenville State University graduates of Spring 2026. I'd like to draw your attention to the fact that some of these graduates will have achieved their degrees with honors, the highest academic recognition awarded by the university. Honors come in 3 categories: summa cum laude, magna cum laude, and cum laude. The criteria for these honors are listed in your program, and today's graduates are wearing gold honor stoles to signify this distinct academic achievement.
With the recommendations of the faculty and provost, and by the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors and the state of West Virginia, Glenville State University confers on the degree for which you have been recommended, which entitles you all the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. You may be seated. All right, let's go.
Dr. Jason Barr, I ask you to please approach the reader's podium in preparation of announcing our graduates' names.
Student marshals, please bring forward the candidates from the College of Graduate Studies. Emily F. Freimeyer. Keelan Summer Howes. Caitlin Grace Cassay. Kara Lee Page Minor. Morgan M. Sands. Lindsay Danielle Backus. Michael A. Clay. Gus W. Eddy. Benjamin Ray George. Garrett Andrew Hill. Zachary B. Laurie. Leslie H. Mason. Robin F. Meadows. Gabriel Robert Edward Honorado. Melissa Sarine. Juliana Torres Hallercon. Student marshals, please bring forward the candidates from the Department of Business. Ashley Dawn Frederick. Caitlin R. West. Benjamin Z. Carr. Christopher C. Carr. Malachi Z. Greenwich. William Shu Ong Shu. Amber R. Conley. Savannah G. Duckworth. Valeria Duque Patino, magna cum laude. Colton R. Frame. Janelle L. Frame, summa cum laude. Kobe M. Guy. Ethan C. Hardy. Jordan Deshaun Holmes. Maya R. Halchin, cum laude. Nicholas B. Johnson. Daniel Lane Cargill, cum laude. Jalen O. Knott. Brent Stephen LeMay, cum laude. Marlon Sando Moore. Prince Lotika Mosingo. Jalen Ricardo Nias. Ashley M. Nicholas. Aaron T. O'Connor. Taylor R. Parker, magna cum laude. Bonnie J. Post. Carrie A. Remy, magna cum laude. Sean A. Scott. Jalen D. Sprouse. Hunter Anthony Thomas. Adam Kent Wilkinson III, magna cum laude. Student marshals, please bring forward the candidates from the Department of Criminal Justice. Hannah B. Carter. Alyssa D. Gibson, magna cum laude. Nicholas Blake Heron, summa cum laude. Rebecca Joe Heights, summa cum laude. Cambria Marie Mathis, cum laude. Logan J. McCartney, summa cum laude. Pamela Lynn Porter, summa cum laude. Brittany Marie Sutphin, cum laude. Xander Olin Watson, cum laude. Student marshals, please bring forward the candidates from the Department of Education. Brianna R. Browning, cum laude. JC Brooke Collins. Sandra M. Kreitz, magna cum laude. Bailey E. Huddleston, magna cum laude. Chaselyn D. Jones, summa cum laude. Maddox R. Lewis, cum laude. Student marshals, please bring forward the candidates from the Department of Fine Arts. Ian D. Dawson, cum laude. Carissa M. Coffendaffer, cum laude. Heather E. Swaggerty. Student marshals, please bring forward the candidates from the College of Health Sciences. Gavin D. Blair. Madison Devon, summa cum laude. Adrian Glover. Marcelli Stoller Golsdorf, summa cum laude. Hunter A. Ross. Adam Joseph Stewart, cum laude. Arnav M. Thornhill. Emilia J. Underwood. Alexander J. White. Student marshals, please bring forward the candidates from the Department of Land Resources. Nathaniel Hansford Given. David J. Boer. Allie Marie Hanks, magna cum laude. Zachary H. Holston. Brady S. Lehman. Hunter Jackson Lee Lemon, summa cum laude. Noah Lee Minor, summa cum laude. Zachary Dalton Moose, cum laude. Peyton J. Packer. Wade L. Samples III. Luke C. Seacrest. Diana Brooke Warner, cum laude. Student marshals, please bring forward the candidates from the Department of Language and Literature. Trinity M. Brown. Deborah J. Hill, cum laude. Student marshals, please bring forward the candidates from the Department of Science and Mathematics. Adam J. Burnside, magna cum laude. Nathaniel Jarting. Student marshals, please bring forward the candidates from the Department of Social Science. Parker D. Bradford. Kara S. Snodgrass, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Eileen Adkins, cum laude. Samantha L. Bragg. Anjoli Francesca Colon. Elijah Alexander Davis. Emma Ray Gibson. Brooklyn P. Golden, summa cum laude. Gracie Joe Greenleaf. Riley P. Gribble. Christina R. Hardbarger. Katie D. Harper. Rita A. Kelly, cum laude. Greta Patofi. Delaney M. Rosales. Janae A. Scott. Hannah R. Taylor. Student marshals, please bring forward the interdisciplinary studies candidates. Austin Edward McClung. Mirve Nikoyak. Connor Stephen Tarbett, cum laude. Student marshals, please bring forward the Regents Bachelor of Arts candidates. Tanja S. Armstrong. Kalia Bryant. Christina M. Lithenhan. Tara Brielle Lloyd. Benne S. Lundu. Nasim Carmelo Pacheco. Corinne S. Pickney, summa cum laude. Charles Edmund Gordon. Samantha Ray Tanner Lester. Student marshals, please bring forward the general studies candidates. Zandy Pierce Lewis, magna cum laude. Isaac Bradley Walls. Jody Louise Ward, summa cum laude. Lauren Paige White. Kelsey Ann Workman, cum laude.
All right, go ahead and give him a hand. In about a minute, I'm going to ask that you give him even a bigger hand. But just hang in there for a minute. Undergraduates, please stand. Pioneers, now the moment that you have been eagerly awaiting. Please move your tassels from right to left, signifying the completion of your degree. All right, everybody, listen up. By the power vested in me by the Glenville State University Board of Governors, I now pronounce you graduates of Glenville State University. All right, just one more second. Each of you, keep standing. Each of you should take great pride in your success. You should leave this occasion proudly and ready to take your place in the world. At Glenville State University, you have committed your time, your energies, and your passions in the successful pursuit of knowledge and skills to be productive citizens. Your families, friends, and faculty and staff of Glenville State University salute you. Now, you all please be seated. As we close here today, the Glenville State University Choir now conveys their sentiments in a song, My Home Amongst the Hills.
Thank you for the fine music. As I ask everyone to please stand as Glenville State University Choir under the direction Sorry. You may be seated. Boy, we're having a good day, aren't we? Guests are asked to remain seated through the recessional. Graduates, upon exiting, please follow the student marshals around the upper concourse to meet faculty members for greeting and congratulations before rejoining your family and friends. I now declare the spring 2026 commencement closed.